Greetings, everyone. Hass Sadeghi, your quantum light alchemist. Today, I wanted to introduce what is quantum light alchemy. Whereas you may have heard me talk about relational alchemy, which is about team or shared synergy, quantum alchemy is really my essence. And what I mean by that is it's my zone of genius. It's who I am. It's how I show up. And it took me a long time over a very grueling sabbatical. I descended to very low points that were very horrific at times. And what recently dawned on me is that the future is about us showing up and doing what we are and simply being. And so what I'm here to talk about is I help leaders as a quantum light alchemist access light energy, pure power. And the very simple mechanics of it are what I want to explain and provide context for today. So first of all, we all have access to light above us. And it's really about accessing it willfully, intentionally. And when you do that, much like you would get an electrician and you wouldn't mess with the electricity in your house unless you were an engineer, which is an analogy for what I do. Because much like an electrical engineer, I show you how to harness and then bring down this light, which is essentially higher vibrational frequencies that can be used for insights or healing the body or the heart or the soul, or to actualize and create from. So it's essentially a power source that we can all access. Now, unfortunately, I didn't, and I'm pretty sure you out there listening did not incarnate, did not come into this realm with a user's manual, a human user's manual. And there's a very real, a very practical inner, shall we say, human technology within us. We have inner energetic systems, and they're talked about in various forms. Traditions like acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, Vedic or yogic sciences, even now modern medicine is kind of converging, not kind of, is converging upon these same, shall we say, truths. And these inner systems, we are not born into an understanding of how they work or how they operate. So in line with, like an engineer, I've been very blessed and fortunate to study, train, self-educate, be taught, mentored by, and really apprentice under a lot of scientists, experts, sages, mystics, healers, you name it, on a 3 to 4 year process. And what came out of it for me was it's very much real, it's very much doable, and there is a very simple science behind it that isn't new. I've simply brought forth more integrated aspects of it. Now, this isn't for everyone. And what I mean by that, and this is not a sales pitch, it's not for the faint of heart, nor those that don't have a foundation or the capacity. Much like you wouldn't all of a sudden hook up a large battery to a very small object. Our inner wirings, because so many of us are in trauma, dis-ease, or straight disconnect and disassociation from our souls or our light, it can be bewildering, it can be detrimental, and in fact, it can backfire. And so it requires a commitment to yourself. It requires self-sacrifice and certainly disciplined practice to regroove these inner energies, to be able to then learn how to maneuver them. Now, if you have the commitment, or let's say you have the foundation, I get either newer, shall we say, newer people to this information, to this way of being, these conscious awareness shifts, as well as experienced, shall we say, up and coming masters. And in both rungs, those that have the experience and foundation and don't, It can catalyze still huge breakthroughs, the amount of light that I'm gifted to bring through and what I guide you through as a catalyst, as an alchemist. And what that means is once we bring the light down, I support you in holding it, which then can have a lot of profound impacts and shifts at the mind level, expanding your awareness because of the literal dissolution of the limiting beliefs that happens, because you then get higher vibrational insights. You lose and let go willfully, really, by allowing old emotional baggage and toxicity and wounds that you've been carrying to be released in these higher vibrational states, and even functional biological healing. And certainly reconnecting to your soul, because that's really where this energy comes from. And there are practical impacts for it. Hence, access your light for practical impact to amplify, if anything, your impact. So this is for those out there that are leaders, that are ready to take aim and actualize their fullest energetic light potential and really harness their fullest power and bring forth their vision for collective good. And that's the last thing I leave you with as far as what my mission is. It's to bring the light forward within each of us so that we can all collectively shine together, because we all are interconnected, and it is very much a fabric of light. And the more of us that step into it, then the more we rise together. Thank you so much for your interest. I look forward in teaching, guiding, supporting, or being of a resource. You can always look out for me on YouTube. I'm on Insight Timer, which is a free app. Plenty of resources that I give for those that are still searching or seeking their light. Thank you, with loving light and harmony.